shit. So
Which
where
aren't
are
all
you?
beaches.
You're on a beach in Thailand?
I'm on a beach in Thailand. I live in Thailand full time.
Oh. Do you live in the big city or what?
No, I ran away to a little beach town. That's a few hours from Bangkok. I spent a year in South Korea. I spent a year here on the beach. I spent a year in Bangkok, and then I moved back to the beach.
Okay. So for any of the viewers who are watching who don't know you, who are you?
Who was I? Who was I to you?
Who was
Or who am I
were
in the world?
you? Who were you before you are you now? When I knew you,
Hmm.
who were you?
I was a lost young woman who fell onto the internet and had no idea what online life was like. I didn't know what trolls were. I didn't know what hackers were. I didn't know about anything.
Mm-hmm.
But I knew that I was quite scared and quite lonely about where I was in my life. And I happened to, well, I was raised an atheist, right? So I'm like third generation atheist. That part of my backstory is true. And came across a bunch of atheists and a bunch of fundies arguing. And I felt like Alice in Wonderland. I felt like, what is this place I'm in? I think we were on Google Plus back then.
Right. What year was this? Do you remember?
Sorry?
What year was that? If you remember.
Oh gosh, it would have been 14, 15, maybe 13.
Yeah. I have 2014. I have the year 2014 of Hangouts.
Yeah.
I have it all on record, and I'm going to go through
Yeah.
the year 2014 in a sort of a series kind of a thing to see, because I don't remember any
Why
of
would
it.
you do me? Why would you do
Because
me
all the
dirty that
people
way?
like G-Man and people who are still around, Von Helton, all the crazy people, were already on Google Hangouts in the 2014. So we're going to see.
Listen.
I was like 12 years ago. I don't.
Yeah. You're not going to like what I have to say, but none of us were crazy. Right? A few. There were a few, but that's a good cross section of the world.
G-Man and Von Helton are crazy.
Listen. Have you seen the state of my country, of the United States right now? Like, they seem to be almost like 50% of what really goes on. I mean, there's a reason I left the U.S. because, my story is a little dicier. A lot of things were going wrong in my life, and I was taking myself down a really wrong road. And was not a sugar road that I was going down for sure. And
Let's talk about that.
Right, I had to go. I had to heal first. I had to get my shit together, and then I had to find another place to finish healing. But I look back on those times as a great education of humanity and of the different personalities of the world. Right? I mean, I don't think I'll ever forget the people that I encountered, whether they really knew me. I mean, I was practically an NPC, right? I was practically an NPC, if you know what I mean by that. I was not a main character. NPC. It's a gaming term. Yeah, non-player character. It means non-player character.
What does
right?
that mean?
I mean, the people that were in that universe that you and I were in, there were some main players. I mean, Bunto had his role. Everybody had their role. You had your role, and everybody had kind of their backstory, and it's just kind of interesting to see how that whole thing unfolded. If I could write it as a movie, I would, because it was so interesting, the things that happened and the things I learned about the world and humanity and the nature of humans and what they're capable of, and what they'll tell you to
That's
your face,
scary.
and what they'll do behind your back. It's just like, just the nature of people that were really close friends but never saw each other face to face because they'd always been digital friends and friends online. Thinking of people like Jello Shots and Cerberus, right? I mean, I don't know if their story is true, that they'd never actually seen each other, but that was the story that they told. And
Oh, talking about Cerberus, maybe that's who Von Helton was talking about, because Cerberus is from the Chicago area.
oh,
That was just a tangent. Sorry.
yeah, yeah, no, that's interesting. Yeah, he was an interesting guy, right? I think the first time I encountered Cerberus was when he was playing Lucifer,
Yes.
right?
Oh yeah.
Remember in the room when he would play Lucifer
That was
and he would drop in on
hilarious.
the fundies, and the fundies would just lose their mind.
Yeah,
And
I remember that. That
yeah,
was hilarious.
I couldn't relate, right? Because as a I mean, as an atheist from birth, I didn't understand what fundamentalists went through. I didn't understand how they believed what they believed.
I understand.
So
I understand
it was a
what they
huge,
go
yeah,
through, but I don't agree with
I
it.
put you down.
So hold on, let me ask you a question, because you were you became a Christian.
So I went to recovery, right? So I
Yeah.
went to recovery, and in recovery, they require you to, the 12-step program requires you to pick a higher power.
Right.
And I couldn't really do that honestly. And one of the things, as I walked into rehab with my hair half shaved and twacked out and purple and just all kinds of crazy stuff, I was in that. Yeah, I know. I wish I had pictures of it. I'm nowhere near that anymore. But one of the things I said was I would never embellish anymore, not to anybody else or to myself. Right? I wouldn't tell myself lies about myself. I wouldn't, tell another lie, which changed the way I had to speak to people. What I promised, what I didn't promise. Would I show up? Would I not show up? So it changed a lot about that, and so I had to pick a higher power. I had to do the program. I had to submit to it because my life was fucked. I don't know if you swear on this channel, but
Oh fuck no! Fucking hell no!
okay, good. Fucking A. So I had really no other choice. So then about 9 months, I went to sober living. I lived there for about 2.5 years. But at about 9 months, I got a job working in a housing project for homeless folks, right? To gain them housing, because I had my history of EMS, right? I was in EMS for 25 years,
Oh right.
so that was a true story. Obviously,
Yeah.
regardless of what Annabelle would want to say about me, that was a true story about me.
I don't
And
remember Annabelle saying anything about you, but anyway.
oh yes, she went crazy one day, telling when she was on the attack of me, she was telling everybody,
I
oh,
never
she's
knew
lying.
Annabelle was, and you hadn't even knew each other. To be honest, again, it might
Yeah,
come out in the 2014 tapes.
yeah, she didn't like me because of Mark, right? Mark
Mark,
Manoia.
oh my God, really? So,
Yeah,
somebody has asked a question. Is
yeah.
this the first time Fugue State asked? Is this the first time in years that you and True have spoken? Yes.
No,
What do you mean
no, no,
no?
no.
When was the last
You
time
and
you
I have
spoke?
spoke. I think one time before. Because
In besides text?
yeah. Oh no, 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 no. I think this is the first time.
Yes.
This
So
like this.
yes. So
Yeah.
like
So you're getting the exclusive. You're getting the exclusive, right? If I can go into a dream state for a second, you're getting the exclusive on what the fuck happened
carry on. Yeah, that's
to
cool.
Sugar Rhodes. Yeah. It's not really that important. Like I said, I was an
Well,
MCC for sure.
we all care for you. Remember, so yeah, let's hear it.
Mm. I really cared for you all too, and that bit me in the ass sometimes.
Really?
Right?
I don't
Yeah,
think
of
I
course
bit
it
you.
did.
I don't know if I ever let you down. Did
No,
I?
you didn't. you never let me down. Not that I know of, right? Like I don't know what anybody did behind the scenes except for the ones that where they got caught,
I was
right?
never talk about Sugar Rhodes behind a black person. So I don't know what you experienced otherwise.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it went kind of crazy. But, I was also in active addiction. And so there was a lot of stuff towards the end that I just write off to memory, as in you may not have been seeing that quite accurately because, you know, you were in active addiction, right? So,
I saw
in any event,
somebody whose mother had
but,
passed away
oh,
recently.
oh, yeah. Yeah, well,
Yeah,
that was
and
when everything went downhill, right?
yeah, and I couldn't
Yeah.
understand. You did something for me which was nice, but I couldn't stop it. We were talking like this,
Yep.
and I'd mentioned something about. I said sort of off the cuff. I wish I had a better monitor or something. I can't remember. And you right away jumped up and went, "Okay, I got one. I'll send you one." And then next thing I knew, there was a monitor got delivered to me, like a TV, which which
Yeah.
which uses a monitor as well. Which thank you very much, but unnecessary. And I couldn't stop you. I remember you said, "I said I'll send it to you." And I said, "No, no, 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 no stopping you."
Yeah. Yeah. Anybody who was around me at that time that was in need, I was, but that's how I lost $200,000 of my inheritance was opportunistic, not you, but other people later down the line who decided they wanted to separate me from my money, especially since I was in active addiction. It was quite easy. So that was
You
a
were
lesson
supposed
to be
to you
learned.
were supposed to come up here, so I could help
Yeah,
you recover.
I did come up. Oh no, I came up after though. No. I was before. Gosh, I've only been to Canada twice. Once on a layover and once to Vancouver, but that was the only time. But anyways, you asked me about the Christianity thing.
Yeah.
So I had to pick a higher power. Got the job working with the homeless. I didn't like working in the office. There was another position that I got to go work at the tent city. There was like, gosh, 500 tents, something like that, that had all the homeless folks in it. And some of these folks I had met in the last 9 months at AA meetings. Of course, I didn't know them before because I drove an ambulance in a different city, so I didn't know this particular part of the population. And so then I started working with the homeless, and that was really rewarding and got to help a lot of people. I was like peer support, right? I would drive them to the doctor's office, I would take them to Social Security, you
Hmm.
know, I would haul water across a camp, the camp and feed them and stuff like that. And that was really lovely. And then they were going to open a shelter, a regular brick and mortar shelter. And I wanted to go work. I wanted to follow 182 of them to this shelter. So at the last minute, the Salvation Army took over this shelter. And I had a decision to make. And that was because I had said previously before, I was not going to lie as a person. How was I going to accept a job with the Salvation Army where the tenets, holding up the tenets of Jesus Christ is so important to them, right?
Hmm.
And so it was a really big decision. I eventually had my interview, and the man that interviewed me, I just looked him straight in the eye and said, "Look, I'm going to do my very best to live up to what the Salvation Army stands for, but I've never been a Christian, and I do understand higher power now." And I said, "And that's the best I can offer you, but I really will try." And that was enough for him. So I went down that road for a bit, and there were some things about that road. The best part of, like, I'm very partial to the Salvation Army because they'll give you about $160,000 worth of rehab. If you have a drug addiction, walk your ass into an adult rehabilitation center. They will house you. They will feed you 5 times a day. They will get you back on your feet, and they will help you find a job. You can stay there for up to a year. It's an amazing, amazing program, regardless of what anybody thinks about it.
Hmm.
But so I wouldn't call myself a Christian, but That's for somebody else to decide. Like I practice Buddhist philosophy. I learn about what Muslims believe. I learn a lot about Ayurvedic psychology because I work in mental health now because I work online. So I work in mental health. So I learn a lot about a lot of things. So I don't know. You can call me whatever you want. I don't know what goes on after we die here, and I frankly don't care because I really care about what goes on right here, right now. So,
What?
but I dabbled. I tried. I had to give it an honest try, right?
No, I'm not knocking. I'm just saying, hi, hello, JJ.
Yeah.
What this thing that you had with this Korean K-pop?
Mm.
What
Yeah. Who's
what
snapping now,
happened?
motherfuckers? BTS is the biggest thing on the goddamn planet. Like,
Is that really?
yes, yeah.
No, but you
I got
said you had
so much
contact
shit.
with some of these people. Some of
No,
them.
no, 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 no,
No?
no. I've never met them. No, I don't know them. I don't know them at all. If I said that in a delusional state of drug-induced stupor. But I've no, I don't know them. I've been to plenty of their concerts. I've stood right in front of them, but
Okay,
I've
yeah, yeah.
never met them.
So
I
are
don't
you
know
still
them,
into
and they don't
them?
know me.
Are you still into them?
Oh hell yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, of course. There's a
Are
lot of
they?
my healing, right? If you know the BTS journey, you know that they talk a lot about mental health.
I
They're
don't.
all about gaining that internal power and becoming. But I work with a lot of young folks, right? I work with a lot of gamers
Oh,
and a lot of
okay.
young folks that are chronically online and
Yeah.
help them. And I bought myself a PS5 and play video games and have a lot of fun and help help young folks get their act together, or just achieve their dreams.
Okay. So why did you choose Thailand? Is there a
Thailand
person
is the best
involved?
place.
Do you have a
Nope,
partner in Thailand?
nope. Been single for 9 years. It's my last husband. I have not even been on one date. Haven't gotten laid, nothing. So it was, yeah, that's a choice though. That's a choice.
Yeah.
Thailand has the best immigration for someone like me. Uh, I wanted to stay in South Korea because I really did love it, specifically Jeju Island, which is lovely. But they don't really have a good path to immigration, right?
No.
Immigration is such a hot topic, right? I'm an immigrant. I'm not an expat. I'm an immigrant. I think if you're
Are you like a legal
a lot of
immigrant?
yeah, yeah. All my I do belong to an expat group, right? And there are people from all over the world, and they call themselves expats. But there's a lot of people who take offense to using expat because it's a kind of a colonizer. Some people believe it's a
It's because it
colonizer thing.
originated in Britain. That's why.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
right,
don't
right.
like it.
So I'm an immigrant. I go through immigration. I have to check in every 90 days. I have a
Okay.
proper visa. I have to do that immigration is pretty strict around here. And that's the thing. I can't understand why the United States can't figure out how to have a proper, immigration because it's not about immigration. It's not about proper immigration. Because if
Well,
Thailand can do it, and if other countries can do it, they could too.
JJ says Jeju Island. Jeju, is that what you said?
Jeju Island.
Jeju.
Jeju
She
Island.
said
Jeju Island. It's off the coast. It's off the coast of southern South Korea. The south part of South Korea. It's closest to Busan, which
she
is.
lived in Siwan. Siwan?
Oh, lovely. Yeah, 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 yeah. That's
Well,
it's
yeah.
up by Seoul. It's a little more. Isn't that where that's the city for the ferry that sunk it? Am I thinking of the right place?
You'll have to talk to JJ. JJ, why don't you join us?
I can't actually see the chat, so I don't know what
No,
you're saying.
no, I put it on the screen,
Yeah,
not the chat.
yeah, I love South Korea. Um, I I'm done with, I mean, soul is nice. Soul, if you say it right, is nice. But I really prefer to be, when I'm in another country, I prefer to live like they do. Like, I really am not, I don't do a lot of touristy things. I just kind of want to learn the culture, learn the language, and, um, kind of
Oh.
figure things out. Yeah.
Well, anybody else who wants to come in and if you have any questions for either True Melly or me, come on in and ask them, or just put them in the chat.
I did take a new persona, right? Like, I can't get away from that, you know. But yeah, True Melee is my phoenix, like true fighter. Right? 'Cause Melee is a fighting style, or when you melee something, melee.
You had a
So
melee before as well, or was it the same one? Or was it
I think it was Rebel. I think it was Rebel Melee
Rebel?
or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's right.
I was playing. I was playing. I love to play on the internet too. So.
But you'll always be Sugar Rhodes.
Mm,
Would you ever? I
yeah.
mean, you don't want to be Sugar Rhodes?
Well, she was half fabricated, right? And she
It's
was
the
a
internet.
mess. Oh, yeah, exactly. I mean, she was a fantasy for a certain time, right? She was a construct, a persona,
Of
right?
course,
And
so big deal.
I don't think I want to be her again. Like, because I mean, while I value everything she learned, and had I not gone through the bullshit that I went through with people like Annabelle or some of the other people that wanted to take shots at me, I don't think I would have the thick skin and the solid nature. But see, that doesn't happen for everybody. Like, that that group has a habit of, there's a lot of Schadenfreude in that. That group. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
You know the term Schadenfreude? It's a German term that
Uh,
means to take pleasure in somebody else's downfall. And that's, I'm just
uh,
saying, some
we have
people like that.
Schadenfreude. We have Schadenfreude.
I
I've seen
know.
it here.
I know. It would be a great name for a channel, our Schadenfreude hour.
Oh, it might very
Yeah.
well be.
It's a slip. Yeah, it's a slippery slope for me. I try to never go towards it, but I don't tell people how to live their life, and I don't tell people whether they're right or wrong. I let people figure it out for themselves.
Mm-hmm. So,
But I
what?
do check in and listen, and I watch. Um, uh, gosh, why can I never remember their name? My God, I love them so much too. Shani and her
Shani
her
and
man,
Jason?
Jason. Jason. Yeah, gosh, I remember them from the beginning. They were so interesting. They were so interesting as humans.
What is
I
the
got a
time
little
there?
sad when I see them. Right now, it is 8:40 in the morning. Tomorrow, if you're in North America.
So, Hanoi time. Same time as Hanoi?
Yeah,
No?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's Indochina
But is it the same time
Indochina
zone?
time. I think so.
Okay.
GMT
If it's,
7.
you said 8:40 in the
Is
morning?
it GMT? Yeah, is it GMT plus 7?
It's 14 hours ahead of where I am.
Yeah, that's
So,
about right.
yeah. It's close to Australia time because Perth is an hour behind you.
Yeah, yeah. Perth. Thank God for Perth. They don't change time zones. My clients are all over the world.
Ahead
I
of
have
you.
clients that are all over the world, and I love the areas that don't change time zones, because changing time zones is a pain when you've got
Oh,
50
I have
clients to see.
I have to say hello to Michael.
How how are you doing these days?
I'm doing all right. I
Yeah,
think. I think. I still have
you still.
Jenny.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
she's 16 now. Maybe.
she's just a baby before
You remember when she
16.
was
That's
just a
so
little
lovely.
puppy? Yeah.
Just a baby. I know.
She
Oh
was
my
like
gosh, I'm
4
so
years
glad you still
old
have.
when in 2014 anyway.
Yeah. so great. That's so great. You have a partner yet?
No, I'm too
Me
old.
neither.
Too set in my
Me
ways.
too. I'm too old.
I'm too happy and too set in my ways.
I know. I know. Some days I wish I did, but then I think about yeah what it
Some
takes. I don't
days
know.
you wish I did. I have some seconds that I wish I did. Some
Yeah,
minutes that I
some
wish I
days
did.
some days. I mean, if
But
it
a
happens,
whole
it
day?
happens. I'm not totally excluding it. I can't have cats in my condo, so I can't be a cat lady. You know, I don't know.
I can have
I just
pets.
was out for my I was out for my morning walk. I wonder if I can. I can't. I don't think I can turn the camera around, but I can show you.
Oh my
You
God,
see
is that
that?
Gaza?
Yes, that Gaza. No, of course not. God, that's mean.
That's nice. What's the temperature?
No, no. Oh gosh, it's probably 30 or I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I can't tell very well, but I'm just learning about, obviously I try to stay in Celsius. It's
Yeah,
warm.
we got 11 Celsius.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
It's spring.
they expected to get up to about 42. I've even seen some say up to 45 this year because the pollution and stuff, but it's been super clear out here by the beach.
Look at us. We've been
So,
talking about, we don't have partners. So Michael Zimmer, Michael is a bragger. He's bragging. He's been with his partner for 24 years. Yeah, rub it in,
oh,
buddy.
how
Rub
beautiful.
it in,
That's
buddy.
wonderful. Oh my gosh. I was married for 24 years once, but to four different people. So, yeah,
Uh,
it's not the same. It's not the same. Good for you.
and then we
Good
got
for you. It was
Marcus.
a Michael. Was it
Marcus, he
Michael?
says, that was Michael, yeah. But Marcus says, not enough years to train a new partner.
Oh,
True
Marcus,
that.
you ain't lying, my guy. You ain't
Exactly.
lying.
Yeah.
But I don't want to see. That's the thing. I don't want to train anybody. I need you to come ready made, right? I need you to have your own life, and I
Pre-trained.
need you to be your own dude, right? I don't need to know where you are at all times, but I need you to be honest where you are at all times. Big deal, right?
Did not mean to
I got
brag.
trust issues.
Uh,
I got trust
Not
issues.
fair.
Is Michael still bragging?
He
Michael, are
didn't
you
mean.
still
No,
bragging?
he didn't mean to brag.
No, no, no. That's wonderful. No, being married to the same partner for 24 years, if you're happy about it, that is a wonderful thing. It ought to be celebrated. You know, I'm not. I'm not particularly proud of my
Okay, let's
past,
find out.
but
Hey Michael, have you ever had an argument in 24 years?
oh, I guarantee you they have.
Some people don't.
That's true.
Oh
I'm
yes, they are.
suspicious.
No,
Yeah,
just
you
normal
gotta
human
argue.
interaction.
Yeah, you gotta argue.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah. What an amazing world this turned out to be. How are you feeling your days? I'm so proud of you that you're still at this. You stuck with it and you're making something. You know,
So it's
there
about
are
on the
days when I
same
wish we
level.
could get the band back together. I wish we could do it again. Like
I'm
almost
working.
have like
I'm working on that. I
a
am working
reunion.
towards that. I am working towards that.
Yeah.
I think with the
God, it would be.
2014 series, it might prompt some people to maybe want to get together again. We'll see.
Mm, yeah, I'd be down if we could do it civilly, right? If people could, like I would love to see a space where people could have a round table, right? Where we could do it documentary style,
Well,
talk
if I
about stuff.
remember correctly, my hangouts were usually fairly well moderated.
Yeah,
So
you're right.
I intend to continue that.
Yeah. Some of those memories I wish I had back. I mean, I've heard a couple times I have seen because I've looked at your channel before, and I've watched some of the old stuff, and it's kind of cringeworthy for me when I see myself and hear myself and remember where I was. That was rough.
Yeah, but the
Yeah, that's
2014,
rough.
2014, 2015. I think I've got 2016 and 2017 isolated, and they're not available anywhere other than when I bring it,
Good.
when I present.
Good, Keaton. Anybody heard from Nadia? Is Nadia still alive?
Yeah. Nadia is living in Berlin.
Ah, of course. That's exactly where she belongs.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And maybe if she sees you, she'll join us sometime.
I don't think I was very important to Nadia. Nadia was very important to me, so I wouldn't be surprised if she didn't remember
Oh,
me.
she'll remember
She
you.
was amazing. If you were smart, you could see her brilliance, but you could also see her pain, you know, and what she went through. And I remember I would be sitting in my room watching through the monitor, like borderline high. I felt at times, because it's like 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, right? Whatever time we were up all night back then.
Hey,
And
Hatfield.
she was huge on the screen. She was huge on the screen, you know, and there's this woman talking and talking about her story. And I thought I thought I was in some weird Alice in Wonderland movie theater where I was like, where am I? Like, what am I watching? And I was so curious, and I'm still a curious human being. So like, I think that curiosity, you know, I was super naive too, really curious and really naive. And that's a bad combination.
Oh, we have a new member. Hatfield has
Who?
become a new member. Welcome to the
Yay!
channel. Woohoo! Now, the
Yay.
only person who's still a member from the old days, who is a member of my channel from the old days, is Nadia.
Oh, wonderful. If you see this, I'll never forget you, Nadia. I'll never forget you. You're an outstanding human, and I'm happier to have known you. Never forgot you.
Yeah, no, she's doing well.
Good. Good. That makes me happy. Yeah. Yeah. I think somebody tried to, you know, catfish me playing Mark some years back. And,
Catfish?
yeah, well, I think it was a scam account, and they were like trying to talk. It was probably 10 years ago. It was a while ago. No, I mean, it would have had to have been sooner than that. It would have had to have been about 7, 8. I actually can't remember, but somebody contacted me on one of my socials with Mark's picture, and we had a little conversation, but it stunk to me. I'm like, nah, I don't believe this. I'm pretty internet savvy now. That's the one good thing that it got me. I'm pretty internet savvy.
That's good. Very
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
So,
Anyways, listen.
you remember Shani, right? Remember, before you go, you
I
remember
do
Shani?
remember Shani. Of course I do.
So, she, and I'm trying to find it. If I don't find it, I'll play it later. But she didn't like what I said, I guess, on my channel, and so she made a video commentary, a video response, and she accused me of all sorts of things. But one of the things she says, and because I'm the internet slut who wanted to fuck every girl on the internet, right? And she accused me. No,
what happened?
Yeah.
I guess I wasn't good enough. All right, fine.
Apparently, you were in it. I caused you.
Oh.
I caused you to leave your husband.
Oh. No, his alcoholism and my addiction caused me to leave my husband. But hey, I like her story better. A little dicier.
Isn't that nice of her?
Yeah. Yeah. I just might adopt that backstory.
Sure.
Aw, poor girl. Are Jason and her still together?
Yep. They're still the center of attention in the lols cow world. When you were with them, when you last saw them, where were they living, and what was their situation?
Whew, I don't know that they were openly together when I was hanging out. I'd hang out in Shani's live streams every once in a while.
This is before.
I think,
before they got together.
before. And then when they might have been secretly together or something. I can't remember, to be
Okay,
honest.
so
That's some
what happened was
of that's a blur.
Chris was her husband at the time.
Right, I
Remember
remember that.
Okay, so she left Chris.
Mm.
She went to Jason in
Mhm.
Pennsylvania. Jason was kind of a trust fund baby. He'd never worked.
I remember.
He was a mama's boy, and his mother left him a whole ton of money.
And she passed away, right? Yeah.
After she passed away, right. So Shani goes in there and takes over. $750,000 is the amount that is kind of floating around what Jason had. And within just a few short years, the $750,000 was gone. The house that they living, the house. He had two houses. I guess that he was destined to inherit. First one was his mother's house, which he sold to G-Man for $1.
Destroyed.
No, he sold it. Remember, G-Man was living in there, and he fixed it up.
I remember that. I actually do remember watching those.
Okay, and then G-Man took title of the house and then sold it, and didn't give Jason a penny from the sale.
That sucks.
Okay, and then they landed up living in the uncle's house, which apparently he was destined to inherit as well. But they destroyed that house. They destroyed everything. They were fighting, called in the police, and they had to leave the house. So currently, they're destitute and living in a tent in Scranton, Pennsylvania, either close to or under a bridge. I'm not sure.
I intimately, I was never homeless myself, but like I told you earlier, I worked with the homeless. Wow. I'm really sorry that's where they're at.
That's what they choose.
Yeah,
So
you're right. On the hard edge, they do choose it. But when pain and trauma is enough and there is no help, it's sometimes your only choice. I'm not saying it's the right one, but I mean, I found my way out, but that doesn't mean everybody does. Most people don't find their way out of addiction. So I never try to, I never look down on somebody who's still struggling, because I know that struggle. I was a hair's breadth away from being homeless, for sure.
Well, to get back get back to us being niggled. So Michael, who's been with his partner for 24 years, we think, oh, wow, that's wonderful. But then Marcus comes up and he says he's been with his partner for 35 years. Marcus, way to bury the lead. And then you let Michael shine all over you. Michael, who's been with his partner for 24 years, has never argued with his partner. Never. And Marcus says, yes, they fought to the point of using weapons, drawing blood, and going, nee, it's just a flesh wound. It's a flesh wound. It's only a flesh wound. Good, but they made up with the shrubbery, right? Shrubbery. They made up with the shrubbery. Yeah. You think I didn't know that reference, but I do. Anything to do with Monty Python, you won't get around me. Yeah. Me too. I love it. And your mother smelled of elderberry. Go away before I pump you a second time, you English Knigget. Which I think is so cute. That's wonderful. I'd love to see love. I hope to find love someday. Well, come back to the channel. Come back to the channel. Yeah. You know I don't know that. I love you too. But I mean, I have never stabbed you in the back like internet people do. I'm going to believe you. I have no evidence. I have no evidence to say otherwise, so I'm going to go with that until I otherwise know. So I prefer to think well of people these days.
my job really kind of keeps me from being on the internet too much, right?
Mm.
So I'm quite proud of my company and the company that I work for. I'm an independent contractor, so I do take clients on my own, but I also work for another company, and so I try to keep those two things separate. Because the internet can be kind of a dicey place, and you know, even when you do all the right things, somebody can decide they want to do something, nefarious.
He's
We know
not
that
dead.
exists.
He's sleeping.
He's just sleeping. Not dead yet. Help, help, I'm being repressed. Sorry.
Okay.
Now we
So
see the
what you doing
violence.
the rest of the day?
Well, I gotta walk back. I got about 4 kilometers to walk back.
Yeah.
And there's a temple right over there that I was listening to the monks chant, but I can't go in dressed like this because you can't have your hooters out, you can't have your shoulders out, and so I didn't bring anything to cover me, so I couldn't go in. Wanted to kind of listen to the monks chant. That's always pretty cool. But I think I'm just gonna go walk home. I don't know, Michael. So this is like my only day off because I work a ton and I'm going to school, and so I do have some homework to catch up on. But that's about it. Got
Nice.
some
Well, it's
BTS to listen
fantastic
to.
to catch up with you again. Wow.
It's so good to see you as well. I miss everybody. I wish we could have that. I wish we could have that community again, but I wish we could have it with a really supportive, sweet. I know the world loves to fight and everybody's trying to be on top, but man, we just can't do this much anymore. We can't.
I'm
We
I'm
have
trying
to
to
find a
I'm
way.
trying to make that happen. Exactly what you're saying.
I know. You've always been like that. I know. The more we learn about the world, the one thing that I teach the young folks, it's an interesting thing if you're under 35, right? Which I am clearly not under 35.
Oh, don't
But
lie
if
to
you're under
me.
30,
Okay.
I wish. Yeah. You know how old I'll be this year?
49.
I'll be 62 this year.
Oh, you're the same age as Von Helton. Maybe you can get together with him.
Yeah. We look worlds apart. And I tried to wreck me with drugs and alcohol and men, but it didn't work. So yeah. Yeah, I wish if you're under 35, you've grown up in a world watching the internet. And the one thing I love about the fact that we kind of get to see each other happening, we get to see everybody happening all in real time. The problem we have is you have to know when you're being had, right? So there's the old saying that it's easier to fool somebody than it is to convince them that they've been fooled. Right? So all the people in this world, and I'm not taking sides, who think their side is right? Like you got to know that you got to check yourself and you got to make sure you're right? And so I think that's the biggest thing is bringing up our emotional quotient, our EQ in the world. How we look at things. Are we just dying on the hill because we don't want to be wrong?
We just
Am
should
I going to
question
follow
everything.
somebody? You should question everything. Right?
Hmm. Hmm.
I want to be happy. I don't need to be right. I want to be free. I don't want to. Yeah, I'm not going there. Sorry,
Hmm.
but yeah, you know what I mean. I just wish we could, but
Listen, time goes fast, but it also goes
yeah,
fairly slowly. So we've got lots of time to get together,
yep,
think of
yep.
the old
I'll
times,
find
think
time
of
for you.
talk about what's going on right now, where we're going, and try and figure
Yeah,
out what we need to do just to make each of ourselves happy through the the things that we can actually control, and forget about the things
yeah.
we can't
Oh,
control.
that's lovely. I love that. That's one of my faves.
Hmm.
What's in your control? That's fantastic. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I love the tea. I will admit there are times when I love the tea and I love when things get dicey, but another part of me, it breaks my heart that, you know, we're still tearing each other apart. So I love you
No,
all,
we
as
shouldn't
you
be.
do.
We shouldn't be doing that.
I know. I know.
Oh, all right, it was
Thanks for
great.
having me on.
It was really good to see you again.
I love you all. See you.
Love you. Bye.